All right, all right. Thank you guys so much for joining our first coffee chat. My name is Katie Metz. I'm a double diamond with It Works. I've been with the business 2 years now, and I'm joined today by some very special ladies. I have Catherine McDonald. Hi, Catherine.
Hi.
I have Jennifer Piscopo.
Hi, how you doing?
Hi. And I have Joli Hensley.
Good morning.
Good morning, ladies. How are you?
Very good.
All right, we're going to get started. Catherine, why don't you just talk a little bit about who you are, when you came to It Works, and a little bit about your story.
Yes. My name obviously is Catherine. I'm a diamond with It Works. I've been in the business about 19 months, and I have 4 children. I have 1 son. He's 15, and 3 girls that are 13, 10, and 8. So we're super, super busy. My husband's a full-time firefighter in the city of Grand Rapids, Michigan. And you know what? We got introduced to this crazy wrap because of some health issues that I was having. And I was watching some posts on Facebook, and I wanted to know some more about the products, specifically our greens. And after sitting down and having a chat with my friend, my husband looked at me and said, I think we need to do this. And I was like, okay. So we jumped right in. That next day we signed up. We had never tried a product or anything. And we got started. And it's been like a roller coaster. It's been amazing.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And what's one thing that like so far It Works has changed your life?
You know, my husband was in the military before he joined the fire department, and in between the military and the fire department, he went about 18 months of unemployment. And so financially, with the health issues I have and not being employed, obviously we incurred a lot of debt over that time. And everybody knows that once you get into that, it's so hard to get out. And, you know, he's never had a high-income paying job. And so for the first time in our marriage, really, we are not going into debt every month in any way. We're able to stay on top of things, and we're beginning to actually pay things off, which has just been the best feeling, and it's lifted so much weight off of our shoulders.
Wow, that's awesome. I love that. And I think, you know, a lot of people when they get started, they're looking for, you know, just another way. And, you know, when I got started, it was the same thing. I was working full-time in retail, and I absolutely hated my job. I was full-time in school, so I was having a really hard time keeping up with my classes, and I was always a really, really hard worker. But at the end of the year, I would always get that 10-cent raise for all that hard work that I put in. And, you know, it was hard. It was hard to keep up. My now fiance was also working retail, so we barely saw each other. And I remember, like, sometimes I would be really upset. I'd be like, you know, is this how our life is going to be? Are we going to be like this always, that we're working opposite schedules? We never get to spend any time together. So I found this crazy wrap through a family member, and I tried it. And at the time, I was 50 pounds heavier than I am now. And I just really wanted to lose my belly. I was really sick with acid reflux, so everything pretty much just, like, expanded in that area. And I was just really embarrassed. I had always been kind of thin. So for me, you know, gaining all that weight was really, really depressing. And, you know, I found the wrap. I got amazing results. And I just decided to become a product of the product. I tried everything that I could try. And
it's addicting.
It is. And I got off of my acid reflux medication. I feel so much better. And, you know, I'm not a doctor, but I feel so much better than I ever have. I was able to quit that job in a month, selling wraps just anywhere I could at that point because I didn't really have a whole heck of a lot of time, but I would just wrap people in the bathroom, you know, so whatever I could do. And it's just been crazy. You know, we've been able to move out by ourselves and pay off some debt, and it's been such a blessing. So enough about us. Let's bring on our guest.
Yes.
Jennifer, are you still there?
Yes, I am.
Hello.
Hey,
Hi, how are you?
Why don't you tell everybody a little bit about who you are and how you got started with It Works?
Okay. I am a double diamond from New Jersey. I got started almost a little bit over 2 years ago. And, you know, we're shooting for the triple diamond right now. We're working hard, but we started 2 years ago. My sister is the one who introduced me to this crazy rap, and I'm so thankful because it definitely has blessed my family.
That's awesome. And what were you doing before It Works? What did your life look like?
Well, I was a hairdresser. I've been a hairdresser. I actually was a hairdresser for the past 18 years in a hair salon. And I was, when we first got introduced, I was very afraid because my husband had worked for a Hostess. And like we all know here on the East Coast, Hostess went under. So he was one of the people, we had just came back from vacation, having a great time, thinking that our life was okay. We always struggled financially, and he had worked for Hostess for the past 7 years, and we thought, oh my goodness, our lives are finally getting a little bit better. And when we came home, we were able to take a vacation with our family. We came home from that vacation. My husband got a phone call from his boss to meet in the office on Monday morning. He always drove around. He was a salesperson, so he never went to the office. So getting that call was very scared. I remember calling my sister, crying, thinking that our dreams were going to get shattered once again. So she actually brought this to me, and I was afraid to do it. You know, I felt like I wasn't a salesperson. I couldn't do this. And she's like, yes, you can. Yes, you can. And I'm so thankful for her training, and for all that she's done for us. And I actually did do it, and it has changed my life. We would have lost our house. That would have been a definite. My husband at the time was unemployed for 2 years. You know, this whole 2 years he's been unemployed, but he has worked with us with It Works, and we just basically jumped into it, and we ran with it. And I'm so thankful because it has allowed us to live and dream again. You know, at one point when I looked at back where we were and how much we struggled financially all our lives, you know, this is probably the best time that, you know, we're able to pay our bills comfortably, knowing that we have that extra money. And the excitement part of it is that I get to partner with my husband, and we get to do this together, and we live our dreams together. And back in November, which is crazy, I had built so big that my job working as a hairdresser was actually I was at a crossroads. I had to choose which one, and I got to walk away from my job that I had 18 years, and now I'm able to take my daughter to school every morning. I'm able to go to her softball games. I'm able to go on her class trips. I'm able to be a part of her life instead of always feeling bad or having that scary feeling like I really want to go, but I have to go to work, and having that guilt feeling that, you know, I wish I could be at my daughter's games. I mean, me and my husband went to her school picnic just a few weeks ago, and the look of her face when she saw the two of us sitting there with such pride and proudness, you know, that alone, I know I made the right decision, and I have been retired from my hairdressing job since November.
Wow. That's awesome.
Hey, yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I just wanted to ask Jennifer, you were talking about how when you got started with It Works, you just jumped right in, and you didn't have an option. You guys didn't have necessarily extra finances to you know, invest a ton, but you obviously invested your time. And I'm really curious what that looked like when you say you jumped in. Like, what did you guys do with the limited resources you had to get this business going?
Well, I was very lucky because my upline and our team, when we first started, she hosted weekly rap events. So it was great because what I would do is I would go around with our Blitz card, and I would share what I had my hands on, and I would give them, as a Blitz card, it has a $5 off coupon. So we were bringing people to this rap event, which was great because I was bringing it to my upline, and she was, you know, we were all there together, working, training, and building our business, and that's kind of how we started. And then, as well as my husband and I, because I was a hairdresser, I was going into a lot of the salons in the area because I saw how this could be a great add-on service in a salon. So we were doing both.
That's great.
That's awesome. And anything else that you'd like to add? Because I know you also said that you're not a salesperson. So what does it look like for you, not being really a salesperson, but being able to talk about the product? Like what is something that you overcame with that, I guess?
Well, first I had great rap results, so that was I was on pure excitement because I had always had a belly issue. I was always and prior to this, I was exercising and I had lost 18 pounds prior to trying this wrap. So I'll never forget when my sister placed a wrap on my belly. I had definitely tightened, toned, and firmed so much in that 3 days at 72-hour range that I was excited because I never had a nice belly, So I was just, anyone I could talk to, it was complete excitement that I was talking about. And I'll never forget my husband, when we wrapped him, he was like, oh, my goodness, I think we found the fountain of youth. So he was going out, and he was talking about his excitement. So I think it's just sharing, talking about it daily to anyone that you can talk to, and giving them that card and going on your pure excitement, and then they get excited to try it. So I don't think it's, I realized in a quick part that it's not selling, it's sharing. And when you're excited about something and how it's changed you physically, you're excited and that you're driven to want to share that with other people, and they see that genuineness.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for sharing your story. I know that you probably touched a lot of people on this call that might be going through something else. So thank you so much for getting on the call.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Joli, are you still there?
I sure am.
Hello.
Hi.
Why don't you tell everyone who you are and how long you've been with It Works?
I am Joli Hensley, and I am a double diamond with It Works, and I have been with the company just over 2 years.
Wow, and how did you find It Works?
Probably like a lot of people. I seen my girlfriends posting on Facebook, and I always thought, oh, I need to try that, got pregnant, had a baby, was like, oh, I still need to try that, got pregnant again. It was about 5 months after I had my second kiddo, and I was at a Marshall's trying on a dress for a wedding that I was going to, and I remember I just broke down crying in the dressing room because I still looked like I had just had a baby. And this was 5 months afterwards, and I finally told myself, it's not okay anymore. I don't feel good. And so I gave my girlfriend a call, and she came and she wrapped me. And then I waited a little bit, and then a couple weeks later I tried another one, and it was after that second wrap that I realized I wanted all the products. And that's all I was looking for. I was just looking for the products. I was not looking for a business. I had graduated college. I had a good job. We were comfortable. But, I didn't realize that we were limited. We were comfortable for what we had. And we had a few people interested just from me trying it, and so I talked to my girlfriend. I ended up signing up as a distributor. It did not go over well with my husband. I am one of those people, I did not have spousal support when I started. He likes it now.
He likes the paycheck.
It was a real big struggle for me because I did not have that support at home. I used every ounce of my spare time that I could building my business. So I worked a full-time job. So on my lunch breaks, I was going out, meeting people, wrapping people in bathrooms. I was utilizing social media. I was staying up later after the babies went to bed. I would get up early if I had to. I was in constant communication with my upline. So it was not easy time-wise, but, something I had just started trying to cover the cost of all these products that I wanted because I knew I needed a change for to lose weight. And I ended up making it to Ruby my first month. And then I was like, well, you know, if I could cover my student loan debt, that would make me feel good because that's something, you know, I brought into our marriage. And I was able to do that, and then my eyes really started opening, and we started paying off debt, and we paid off my car, and we paid off the truck, and we've now paid off the student loans, which is amazing. And
that's crazy.
And
wow.
you know, now we're looking at houses, and you know, we're looking at, you know, bigger and more than what we would have been able to before. It works. You know, we're able to go on vacation. We're able to get brand new play sets for the kids and be able to pay for it with just our monthly, just the raise amount you get each month is able to cover so much. And on top of that, you know, I was able to lose 40 pounds. I didn't realize how bad I felt until I felt good. You know, I knew physically I didn't like the way I was looking, but I had no idea how bad I actually felt. And when I started getting these products in my body and felt the energy that I had, and oh my goodness, it was just incredible to really realize what my body needed. And now we're excited, and we're going to be welcoming baby number 3 at the end of July. And I'm excited.
Yay.
I get to take off 12 weeks and not have to worry about anything, not have to worry about, you know, our financial state. I don't have to get back after 6 weeks. And, you know, I might not have to go back. We'll see. So it's just been it's just been a great blessing. My goal was never to quit my job. I love my job. I just never realized what this company could truly do. And to piggyback off of what somebody else was saying, is to do it is honestly just sharing. I share when I wrap people up. If they give me permission to share the results, I do that. If I share their testimonies I share that. And like I said, I know how good I felt once I started taking the products. I share that. And when I first started, you know, I didn't get all the products at first, and you know, we didn't have the mini boost back then or anything like that. So each month I'd add something new to my auto ship. Each month just to try the different products, get that personal testimony myself so that way I could share my story with it.
Wow. That's awesome. I just love that, you know, you didn't really have support in the beginning. So what changed, do you think, for your husband that he wasn't really on board before, but now he is, for anybody else that might be struggling with that?
Getting that comma in my check. Getting that comma in my check definitely started changing some things. And, you know, then pretty soon it's, what we're going to do with our money, you know. And I'm like, you want to say what we're doing with that? And, you know, when he realized that when we paid off those student loans, I mean, that was huge. That was absolutely huge. That should have taken us 6 more years to do. When I was able to pay off his truck, when I was able to pay off my car, when we were just able to go out and buy a vehicle that, oh man, we wouldn't have never been able to spend that much money on a vehicle. But we had a ton of money to put down, and you know, looking at homes and all this, he realizes what a blessing it really is to us. And you know, we still struggle. We still have ups and downs. He's very old school. You go out, you work hard for your money, you get that paycheck, you take it to the credit union and cash it. So we're working on rewiring him a little bit, but it was after I went and double diamond that I actually added him to my team. So I did it without him. I can't say I did it without him. When I went to parties and stuff, you know, he'd watch the kids, you know, but I always tiptoed around. I hated asking him to watch the kids because I knew, you know, he felt like by me doing this business, it was going to put more on him. But what he's realizing now is that it's just helping us all.
Wow,
that's so cool.
I love that.
I love how you just shared that you didn't hesitate to just take your kids with you, because I think that there's so many young moms out there who think, I think I should probably wait to do this until after my kids are in school and I have a little bit of my own time. And first of all, I know, because I'm in the stage of all the kids in school, you never have your own time. It's definitely a choice that we make to put time into this business. But you just said, hey, I'm taking the kids with me. And I think that that's the beauty of what we do, is we can be stay-home moms building a business, and we can take our kids with us. And we don't have to feel guilty about that. We don't have to feel like we're in an office environment where the kids can't be with us, and we can put black, green, and bling on them, and they can just be a part of the party.
Absolutely. And, and it's real. I mean, this business you can build anywhere, and you can build, you can build with 2 kids on your hips. You can build with no kids. You can build with a huge network of people. You can build with a small network of people. Mm-hmm. So many people that once I joined and I started thinking about who I thought would want this, a lot of those people weren't my first customers. They weren't my first distributors. But I didn't know where they were going to come from. But all I did is I got out and I shared my story, shared testimonies, and I got to reconnect with people that I hadn't talked to in years. I've got to help so many people build new relationships. It's just been fantastic. I've been happier. It's amazing what happens when you start surrounding yourself with people who really want you to succeed and are encouraging and uplifting. It changes everything. And, like I said, I wasn't looking for my life to change. I had a good life. And it wasn't until I realized really what we had our hands on that I realized it could be fuller.
I love that.
Wow.
I know.
Like
and my other thing, I know the other thing that you kind of mentioned, Joli, and it's very much like when I'm talking to people about the business and they tell me about how they're just not a salesperson, they don't think they could sell it, and I always say to them, well, when you see a great movie, do you tell your friends about it? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, when you love a restaurant, do you let people know? You see on Facebook somebody posting, what's your favorite restaurant? Do you let them know what your favorite restaurant is? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, that's all I do. I just let people know that I love these products. If you are looking for skincare, we have the best skincare out there. If you are looking for energy, oh my goodness, I got to tell you about these greens. It's just sharing what we love, and I like that so much.
Absolutely. And you got to really, somebody, just to kind of go back on what you just said, if you're talking to somebody about a movie you like and they say, oh, no, that movie is terrible, you don't get offended because it's your product,
exactly.
What you like. And it's so important to have that type of mindset with this business, too, because there is so many people who just don't realize what this is because there's nothing else like it.
Yes. Yes, I tell my team when somebody tells them no, I said, it's okay, they're just confused. And they're always like, what? I'm like, they're confused. They don't really understand what you have your hands on, but they will eventually. They won't be confused forever.
I tell everybody, no does not mean no. No is it's a natural defense mechanism. When people don't understand something, their natural instinct is to say no. And that's okay, and then it's our job to educate and just keep showing and they're going to be your best customers or distributors down the road.
Yes, I love it.
Awesome. So I want to talk a little bit about getting started and why now. For me personally, the timing of this company, I've watched this company grow over the past 2 years, and I haven't even been in that long. But, people are looking to get tight, tone, and firm, especially now that the weather is getting warmer, especially over here in New Jersey. We are a debt-free company. So I love that you ladies were talking about paying off your debt. You're not looking to go out and buy a fancy car or a fancy house or anything like that. You're looking to pay off the debt that you already have. And that's one of the things that I really love about this company. And right now, there's a get-out-of-debt bonus by reaching the position of diamond, which you can get back to the person who got you on this call, and they can explain that further. And it's a $10,000 bonus, and it's paid out over 2 years. So, it's not going to be used. I mean, you can use it for shoes if that's what you want, but it's used for, paying off student loans, paying off your mortgage, things like that. So that is only available until the end of this month. So, Catherine, do you want to talk a little bit about getting started and what that looks like?
Yeah, it's so easy, and I think that's why Joel, right away when we heard about the products, he was like, hey, we need to do this because, first of all, it's only $99. And $99 for a lot of people, we can quickly go out and spend $99, at the mall or just doing something fun with our family. So I feel like it's such a worthy investment, $99, and then you get 4 body wraps with it. And we sell those body wraps for $25 a piece. And so you've made your money back right away. And I promise you that those 4 wraps are not going to last you very long. As soon as your friends know that you have them on hand, they're going to want them. And we say don't give them away. You sell them, and you make that money back, and then you have that $100 to reinvest again back into your business.
I love it. I love it. So we have a really simple 3-step program as well, just by gathering a couple of loyal customers and a couple distributors. The company actually guarantees you a minimum income of $500 in your first 60 days. You only need 4 customers and 3 distributors, and then you can help them get their 4 customers. And if you don't make it, It Works makes up the difference, which is amazing. Yeah. So how great is that? Most people can save their house by an extra $300 to $500 a month. So
and that's not even with the wrap cash.
Yeah.
You still get the cash from your wraps on top of that.
It's crazy. And there's so many ways to get paid, and you can customize it to your lifestyle. So, really get back with the person who got you on this call. They definitely really care about you. And I want to go back around and just have any closing thoughts from the ladies that we spoke to tonight. So, Jen, are you still there?
Yes, I am.
Do you have one last thing that you wanted to say to anybody that might be struggling or somebody that is taking a look at us for the very first time?
If someone is struggling, I would say to jump in and have the faith that this company is definitely in momentum. We're all in momentum, and not to be afraid, just to go and first try that wrap on, and then to share when you get your results and you have your own testimony, to share it with everyone that you know with pure excitement.
I love it. Joli, how about you?
I would say that you need to be confident in the products, because when you get excited about it, people can see your excitement. If you're excited about the business, people see that. I've had people message me and say, you seem so happy. I am happy. It's amazing what these products can do for people. And when you start showing others and showing that excitement, it's going to turn your business. And that's the thing. You've got to talk to people. You've got to let them know what you're up to. People aren't just going to come to you. You've got to be proactive. And there are so many people that's never heard of this crazy wrap thing. So the opportunity is there. People do want it. So if you're struggling, reach out to your upline. If you don't have a supportive sponsor, reach out to their sponsor. Find somebody in your upline or your sidelines that jump on calls, because this business will work for you if you work it.
I love it. How about you, Catherine?
I am always just blown away by the idea of actually how small of a company we are, and we're pulling together such incredible numbers, being recognized in the Inc. 500 and by Forbes, and I think was it this month we're going to be in the Wall Street Journal. We're just getting so much recognition because of our growth and the integrity of our company and being debt-free, but yet we are less than 1% saturated in the United States. That creates such a huge opportunity for people, and you just have to believe it. We say give it 1 year to really get a hold of it, let this get a hold of your life. Give it 5 years to completely turn your life upside down. And I'm willing to invest 5 years of my life and my family's life for us to be financially free forever. And I just think it's totally worth it. just do it.
Absolutely. And I think, for me, the last thing I would just leave you guys with is, why not you? Why not now? There are so many people you're hearing on this call today that's telling you, that they had some struggles, they had some doubts, they were a little bit scared, but they decided to jump in. And I think that, a lot of people get nervous with some of these things, and I was one of them, but my excitement totally overpowered it. So if you haven't tried a wrap, try it and see what it does for you, because I've never seen anything that can produce the kind of results that this does. And, maybe if your first wrap isn't so great, they come in a box of 4. Commit to trying a full box and see what it can do for you. And, you are going to be amazed. So thank you guys for getting on this call. Thank you, Jen and Joli and Catherine. Thank you guys for, jumping on the first call. I'm so excited. We're going to be here every Saturday morning. So tune in next week to the same number at the same time, and we will have another guest. So thank you guys for joining. I'm so excited.
Thank you, ladies, for having me.
Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday.
Bye, everyone.